Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's a lovely new day here at the Hannover Fair of 2023. We are at Hydrogen and Fuel Cell Europe, and we're going to soon be introducing our next speaker and having an interesting interview. So I invite all of you to have a seat, make yourself comfortable, grab a drink there on the house, and enjoy what's coming up next. In case you want to participate in our discussion, always feel free to raise a hand and I will bring the microphone directly to you. My name is Mareike Schmalz, and the next topic I will be discussing with my guest will be fuel cell testing solutions in the non-automotive sector. I welcome the Business Development Manager Fuel Cell of AVL List. So a warm welcome for Bram Peters.
Hi Mareike, nice to see you.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
So, super nice to have you here. I hope you enjoy the fair.
Yes, so far for us it's very successful so far. So yeah, we are very happy to be here and also very happy to here on the public forum to have the discussion with you and the participants.
Yeah, lovely. So let us start directly. So AVL is known as a big supplier in the automotive industry particularly. So that really intrigued me because you say, okay, that you want to talk about fuel cells. I guess that's quite obvious, also
Yes.
coming from the automotive sector. But the title says we're explicitly not talking about the automotive sector. So tell us a little bit more.
Exactly. So as you already mentioned, so AVL is formerly known as a big company who is working in the development, simulation and testing solutions for propulsion systems. Also on automotive solutions, and in the last, I would say, years, we are also focusing on non-automotive solutions, especially in the fuel cell and hydrogen business. Maybe to give you some key facts, so we have a two-digit growth in our fuel cell and hydrogen business, and 50% currently is non-automotive. So therefore it shows that we have already a very high business in the non-automotive sector.
Yeah, those are large numbers. So what sectors are we particularly talking about if it's non-automotive? Is it still mobility or is it something completely else?
It's nearly, we are completely covering all different kind of applications. So that means we have projects in the aviation business, we have projects in maritime business, stationary applications, and this for fuel cells and for electrolyzers. And later maybe I can give you two examples where we have a little bit more insight on that.
Yeah, sure. So if you have some example projects, feel free to tell me and the audience more about it.
So maybe we heard already yesterday in a discussion from Matthias Enger from TECO 2030. So we are supporting, working together with TECO 2030 already since a longer time, and we are doing together the complete development of a fuel cell system. So that means the development, testing, validation, and the industrialization for this fuel cell system, and this can be integrated in maritime applications. And the positive aspect is that it can be, or it is completely scalable. So it depends on the application, what kind of power is requested, and based on that, you can just scale these different fuel cell systems. And our main part is together with TECO just to support them with the engineering and development. This is one, I would say, big project from the engineering side. And maybe another example, which is more related to the testing facility, is we also yesterday heard the discussion with Professor Friedrich from the DLR. And we as AVL are working together with DLR, so we are providing a complete test infrastructure to test electrified propulsion system with focus on a fuel cell, which can be used for passenger aircrafts up till, I think, 40 till 50 passengers. So this is, I would say, two different applications. One side maritime and one is on the aviation side.
Lovely. Thank you for giving us a bit of a deeper introduction of what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. So what I read between the lines is that you definitely believe in fuel cell technology and in hydrogen. But maybe you can tell us a little bit about, like, what do you think, what role will it play generally in the economy, in the automotive sector as well as outside of the automotive sector? For you as a company, it's definitely a business case as far as I understand.
Yes, exactly. So the positive aspect from AVL is that we have a strong commitment from our CEO, Professor List, that for him also it's a strategic goal to support our customers to get to, I would say, carbon-free mobility. And therefore, so we have already experienced over 25 years working in this business. So for AVL, it's very important that we are working on these topics. And maybe to give you some numbers, so currently we have over 600 people working in the hydrogen and fuel cell business. As mentioned, we have a 2-digit growth in the last years. We have over 200 patents. So that shows just that for us as AVL, it's just our main topic and goal to work on these items to provide this sustainable mobility and a carbon-free future.
Those are very big numbers. So regarding those 600 people
Yes.
that work in the development, can you tell us a little bit about the actual development tasks those people fulfill? So what are you primarily concerned with? What optimizations can you do to the fuel cell?
Yes, maybe to give a little bit more detail. So the 600 people, they are not located on one site, so we have different locations. Maybe we can start with the stack development. So they are located in Vancouver. So we have over 50 development engineers in Vancouver working on all kinds of stack topics. So that means concept studies, feasibility studies, requirements definition, stack testing, and also prototyping and so on. So I would say everything what is related to a development of a stack or a component can be handled from our colleagues in Vancouver. Another big item is that last year we have introduced our new hydrogen and testing facility in Graz, which is one of the biggest testing facilities, I would say, in the world. So we have over 10 test beds, which can be used for PEM, SOFC, and also for electrolyzer testing. The good thing is we can increase this up to 20 test beds. The total power is then in the area of 2 megawatt. And the very good aspect is that we have these test beds on the one side for the engineering colleagues to optimize the engineering work on the fuel cell. And so I'm responsible for the test bed itself. So we directly get feedback from our engineering colleagues, and we can optimize our test bed solutions, which we provide to our customers. So that means we have a continuous optimization circle, and with this knowledge and experience, we can directly provide to our customers.
That's super exciting. There are plenty of questions I'd love to ask you further. But I also want to give the chance to the audience in case you have any questions. Are there any questions from the audience right now? Oh, there's one. I'm with you in a second.
Okay, this is Veena from Bosch, India.
Hello.
My question is, what are the use cases you want to focus on storage or maybe in a non-automotive sector, especially on the hydrogen to power? Is it something like a microgrid, or you want to focus on primary energy generation or on the backup energy generation? Where exactly you think hydrogen fits primarily now, maybe in today to midterm? Thank you.
Maybe one item which is very important. So we as AVL, we are not selling fuel cell systems or stacks to our customers, but our focus is to provide our engineering knowledge to the customers. And as mentioned, this is nearly over the complete range of applications for fuel cells and for electrolyzers. So PEM, solid oxide, it's from component side to complete fuel cell systems, and also for electrolyzers. So I would say it's very hard to say what our focus is, because we are nearly just supporting every applications in the complete hydrogen business.
Okay, see a happy face. Any other questions? Otherwise, I want to ask you regarding the topic of testing that you've just been mentioning.
Yes.
So you said, okay, we definitely benefit from doing the development as well as doing the testing. Regarding the testing, do you only do testing that is connected to the development, so early on in the development process, or do you also do validation tasks later on in the process? Maybe you can tell us a bit about
Yes,
this
so
aspect.
also here we have a very wide portfolio of testing solutions. So on the one side, we start with test beds, I would say focusing on development items for single stack or for just complete stacks. And we do this with our partner Greenlight, which is directly located also at our booth. So they also have a very strong knowledge over decades how to provide test bed solutions. So I would say this is more related to the development part. Then we as AVL, we are also providing test bed for complete fuel cell systems. And what we are also doing is now, so we see that especially in the fuel cell business, a lot of the activities are transferring from the research to the production side. And that means a lot of companies are producing more and more stacks, and they don't want to do it, I would say, handmade, but more automatically. And therefore, we are focusing also on end-of-line production testing solutions to help our partners and customers to increase, to produce affordable and efficient products. So also here, the complete range. It's from development and research to production and industrialization.
Yeah, that's a good point, because that's what we see here at the fair quite clearly, that we're not only talking about development and talking about research that has been going on for the last decades. We started here in 1995 with the hydrogen and fuel cell, so it's been quite a while. But now we really feel this energy of, okay, we need to scale up, we need to do business, we need to hit the numbers and produce. And yeah, it's nice that you take on both challenges, basically. So as far as I know, you're also, or your company is also very active in the field of simulation. How does that fit into the picture?
Yes, I think this is one of, I would say, a kind of USP from AVL, because I think we are one of the only company who are providing these three business units. So on the one side, we have the engineering part, we have the testing part and the simulation part. And all of these different areas are required to provide a complete development for products or for systems. And therefore, we are also having a lot of interactions between these three business units to provide, I would say, the right solutions to our customers. And therefore, we also have a good interaction to our colleagues from the simulation. And also here some examples. We provide simulation tools and simulation models for fuel cell development and also for electrolyzer development. And also these for the different kinds, so PEM or solid oxide for the electrolyzers, also alkaline. So nearly everything what is required, we can really provide to our customer.
Okay, thank you. Are there any more questions from the audience? I would like to give you a chance, but I'm happy if I can ask my own questions, because it's really interesting talking to you. So you are the business development manager for fuel cell for Europe. So I assume that it's a big part of your role to make the company strong for the future, a future in which hydrogen will play a major role, at least in my opinion.
Yes.
Maybe tell me a little bit from your personal point of view. How do you approach this big task, and yeah, what do you do?
So I think one of the biggest tasks for a business development manager is to be in contact with our customers and partners, to get the feedback, to know what's going on in the market, that we as AVL can provide the right solutions. And therefore, to be here on the fair, to have the discussions on our booth, and to see also what the other companies are doing is just very interesting for us, and is completely used to, I would say, adapt our solutions and to wide or extend our portfolio. And yeah, as mentioned, so the Hannover Fair, especially the Hall 13, which is completely focusing on hydrogen and fuel cells, this is yeah, very good for us as AVL just to be in contact. Yeah.
Yeah, and the topic of sustainability, that's something what we are all here for. So what does sustainability mean to you personally, and how does it affect you in your daily work?
So as mentioned, it's already very important. So for me personally, we also have, as mentioned, a strong commitment from our CEO that also sustainability is for AVL very important to support this topic. So I would say in any case, we are always finding or trying to find solutions to find a sustainable way which we can provide to our customer. And another big item is that most of our, or mostly all of our employees are very, I would say, positive working for AVL and to work on these sustainable items and to provide these solutions for a sustainable mobility future.
So that is something that definitely drives your team.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lovely mission and a big one for
Yeah.
all of us and for the future for all of us. So if you could claim one wish for the future, what would you like to see happening?
Oh, one wish. I think there are a lot of wishes, but I think what we know so far and what we see in the discussions with our customers is that this funding support is very beneficial in this current phase to increase these hydrogen, fuel cell and electrolyzer solutions. So a clear vision and statement from the government, from the EU, just to support this topic and also with a clear timing plan. So we have some examples where we have the feedback there will be funding, but it's delayed, and this is also a problem for our customers and also for us. So I would say a clear vision to support this sustainable future based on hydrogen with a clear path, budgets and timing. That would be my personal wish.
What a statement. Yeah, I can't agree more. So all the pieces need to fit together, all the gears need to work together.
Yes.
And that's what we're here for, to bring all of you together and have this discussion and find solutions. So now that we're already approaching the end of our interview, I would like to mention your booth. It's right over there, so just a couple of steps away. What else can the people find at your booth, or what can they learn about?
So on the one side, we will show our fuel cell system, which we have developed, and this will be integrated in this year in our fuel cell demo truck. So this is very, I would say, important and which we can explain to our customers. We have a 3D model, a virtual reality model of our fuel cell test beds. So you can go through our test bed, you can go into the components, you can open it. This is also very interesting for the customers and to have a discussion how we can support them if they want to buy a fuel cell test bed. And the third item is what we are showing on our booth is a kind of module based of how we can support with simulation topics. And as mentioned, we also have the Greenlight guys who are providing or showing a kind of test bed for fuel cell and electrolyzers. So also very interesting to have the discussion here on the booth with Greenlight and also on our booth.
That sounds super interesting. So for everyone who wants to see those things, learn more about it, I can refer you to booth C30 it is. And once again, Bram, thanks you very much for the nice talk. I hope you're having a great time here and hope to see you again.
Thank you very much. Okay. Goodbye.